Is it going? I have not talked to you guys through a video in a long time, and so I had some free time today, right before classes started my last semester of college. Say hi, Tommy. This is Tommy, super old, just chilling. Um, but like I was saying, I had some time today before my last semester of college started. Woohoo! And I thought I would make this video answering some questions you guys might have, and just kind of tell you where my fitness journey has landed me. So, as you guys know, I had initially set out just to lose weight, and I had done that. And once I was at a low weight, I wanted to do a bikini competition, but I didn't want to do it for the right reasons. I wanted it just for the body, and I had a coach at the time that I was training for that show with, and since I had dieted and lost so much weight from my weight loss journey before in such a short amount of time, the 6 miles a day running, hours of Stairmaster, all that little eating was not doing what it was doing for me as it was the other competitors she was training, because they did not have as much metabolic damage as I did from losing so much weight because they had an off season. I never had an off season. So that was one fitness chapter that came after I had done my weight loss. So after I ended up dropping out of the bikini competition 2 to 3 weeks before it happened. When I told the coach that I was not going to do it, she said she'd hate to see me quit, but in my mind, I was not happy with what I was doing. I knew that I was putting everything hey, stop it. I knew I was putting everything I could into this. And stop it! They're outside. There's kids getting off the bus. Come here. Come here. Just chill. So, like I was saying, I knew I wasn't getting anywhere with that, and I was introduced by powerlifting. That's where I took a big turning point. Some things for the better and some things for worse. I was introduced to If It Fit Your Macros, and at the beginning it was my saving grace. From restricting myself from certain foods for so long, thinking that these were the foods that made me fat. There were foods I banned, and knowing I could have them in moderation if it fit my macros opened up so many opportunities for me to bring certain foods back in my life that I had cut out completely in moderation. But things took worse for macros when it began to consume every aspect of my life. Every social event I wouldn't go if I couldn't track it, if I didn't know what was happening. It was hard for me to go on dates with my fiance. That was my boyfriend at the time, and it was a whole nother eating disorder on its own versus restricting. And along with the powerlifting, I fell in love with powerlifting. I found being strong is what I want. I never will be a stick. Even when I was at my lowest weight, my ass was still huge. It's not a bad thing. It's just always going to be there. So you're going to love it. I gotta love it. That's all I can do. And I injured my hip really bad from squatting. And I could not squat. And for a powerlifter, that's short. And that is my heaviest lift that I can do. And it made me most hyped about going and lifting. That crushed me. I just kind of lost my purpose in the gym for a while, and I was going just for the concept that I didn't want to get fat again. And I think one of the reasons I loved powerlifting so much is versus a bodybuilding style workout where you're doing the lifts to determine your outcome is your physique. That's why you're doing the lifts, is to get that fitness model bodybuilding physique. For us powerlifting, you're lifting for strength. You're not going for a certain physique. The physique, if it comes along and it's good and everything, you like it, that's awesome. But you're lifting for strength. And I think that's something that helped me get over my body image issues. And when I could not squat or anything anymore, I started to turn more towards bodybuilding styled lifting again. And it made me get more go back to old ways of being self-conscious about my body and very negative, just because I didn't feel like I was as strong as I was when I was powerlifting. And I didn't figure this out on my own. Many of you guys don't know that I think I shared it once and then I deleted it. I actually started going to therapy. It was the 2016, about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. And she's so awesome. She's helped me realize so many things. And I actually had stopped tracking macros 2 weeks before this past Thanksgiving, and I have not tracked since. And honestly, guys, I cannot say I felt more free with my food in such a long time. Like, it's such a great feeling just eating what I'm eating and knowing how to satisfy my body, what my body needs, and fueling it the right fuel, and just learning how to understand my body. And it's been such a cool experience, like going out with my friends. And like, yes, it's not perfect all the time. Like, I have times we go out and I feel like shit the next day. I mean, it's going to happen. It's a bad day. It's not a bad life. It's a bad experience. It doesn't have to be a bad day. Like, it is what you make it. And life is full of those situations. Like, it's a fork in the road. You can choose to go one way or you can choose to go the other way. Is the glass half full? Is the glass half empty? It is what you choose to see. So, where I'm at right now is I have started to do lifts and things I enjoy. Yes, I'm still doing powerlifting movements, but I'm just doing what I like. If I told myself I'm going to deadlift like 360 pounds, like by the end of the next 3 months, like I really don't have any, like if I go to the gym and like hammer it, I know like that's an unrealistic goal, and I found myself setting unrealistic goals towards the end before I hit my hip. And that's why I hurt my hip, is because I was trying to progress myself too quickly and my body wasn't ready and I hurt myself. And so now I'm just going and doing what I like. I still write everything down and track it. I'm still making progress. I'm the lightest I've ever been since I started like tracking macros, and I'm not doing anything. So that's where I'm at right now. I teach a cardio class. I started doing Insanity with my fiance, getting ready for Cancun. Hello. But I just want to let you guys know, if you're on a fitness journey and you're struggling real hard with body positivity and just negative on yourself, like, nobody has ever came to love themselves from self-hatred. Like, that's not going to happen. So sometimes you just have to fake it until you make it. Like, if you don't feel beautiful, tell yourself anyways. And eventually, like, it might take a while, but you'll actually feel it. And once you start to feel those, you're not going to feel like that every day. But it's better than having like a couple of those feelings a week versus feeling so bad about yourself all the time. Like I said, you can have a bad day, but it's not a bad life. Life's what you make it. So even if you don't feel a certain way, tell yourself that you feel good. And eventually you will. Like, if you make yourself feel pretty, there's somebody watching me. Hello. Awkward. But I mean, dress yourself up. Like, instead of going to the gym, go do something you like. Go rock climbing with your friends. Go to a pottery class. Do something that you enjoy. And just live your life. I mean, fitness is supposed to be enjoyed. It's an aspect of your life. But I mean, I was to the point where I cared so much about the way I looked and what I was eating, and me this, me that. It was not selfish, but it was not me that was selfish. It was my eating disorder and eating habits that made me selfish. So that's where I'm at. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and send me an email. I am still doing online personal training, so if you're interested, you can send me a message or an email. I'll put all my links to all my social media and contact information in the box below. So thank you guys for watching. Give this thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Bye.